Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. So today's video is about some stylish fragrances which are excellent for the months of spring and summer. There are some fresh colognes here to cut through the heat, together with some more versatile, more any season, any occasion kind of options. So if you're interested in that, please keep on watching. So the first on the list today is Mefisto by Xerjoff's Casamorati line. This is such a classy and sophisticated scent, which is not just perfect for spring and summer, but it's excellent for any time of the year. This is this is such a clean, fresh, airy fragrance with a crispy, fresh, floral and citrusy opening with grapefruit, bergamot, and lemon. It's got aromatic and powdery heart of with lavender and iris, and a creamy, woody, musky base with cedarwood, sandalwood, amber, and musk. It's a refined, well blended, beautifully masculine, and yet such a unisex scent. Masculine fragrances don't just have to be about tobacco and leather only. In my opinion, it's super sexy and fascinating to see a man rocking florals. This is one of the hidden gems of the niche world. Not many people talk about it, but it is so beautiful. It's fresh, it's classy, it's sophisticated. It's a compliment magnet with a fantastic performance. It lasts all day with a soft projection. So it's Mefisto by Xerjoff. The next one on the list is Idéal by Guerlain. It's the EDP version. So if I want to sum it up in a few words, it's a captivating, sweet, cherry, spicy, nutty, aromatic fragrance with mysterious leathery accents and a seductive, woody, ambery, vanillic feel to it. It starts off fresh and aromatic with bergamot and lavender, with this almondy, nutty goodness and warmth from spices. It then carries on its sweet nuttiness with cherry. Cherry sticks out. Cherry to my nose has a similar properties, a similar bitter sweetness like almonds. There's also incense in the heart. There's vanilla, and then there's a base of smooth leather, tonka bean, and sandalwood, bringing the fragrance together with this velvety, creamy, ever so slightly powdery and cocooning dry down. Leather note isn't heavy, it doesn't feel harsh or overbearing. It's as smooth as it gets and stays beautifully in the background throughout the wear, just adding a bit of depth to the composition. Vanilla and cherry and almonds are the real stars here. It's a bold, refined, well blended, absolutely delicious smelling fragrance with a dark, sexy, and mysterious edge to it. It's good for smart casual wear, good for office wear, special dressed up occasions, and for a date. It's a masterpiece in its category and class, and in my opinion, it's suitable for men in the age group of 25 plus years, someone who is mature in their thoughts and bearing, someone confident and independent. He's a man who's sexy and dependable. That's the vibe I get from this. Performance could be better. You may need to overspray if you want that amazing scent cloud around you. It's not beastly, but it's getting it right with whatever it's doing. It's masterfully blended and smells insanely good. So it's L'Homme Idéal by Guerlain, the EDP version. So the next on the list is Ganymede by Marc-Antoine Barrois. I've done a full detailed review of this in a recent video, so I'll just talk briefly about it. If you're interested in watching a full-length review of this fragrance, please do go and watch that video, as I've kind of poured my heart out in that. I'll link it in the description box below. So this, in my opinion, is a masterpiece of a fragrance that's quite unique to my nose. It's different from any other fragrances I have in my collection or I've ever smelled. So there's mandarin, saffron, violet, osmanthus, immortelle, and akigala wood. It's not a long list of notes, but there's a lot happening in here, and it's a complex fragrance. If you follow the notes, you'll feel there's not much fruitiness about it. But in a nutshell, it's a very unique, very slightly citrusy, very slightly fruity, floral, musky, aquatic, suede leather fragrance with an unusual twist of mineral ozonic accords. I've mentioned it before that it's not citrusy in traditional citrusy sense. It's softer and curb kind of citrusy, and it's a sweet kind of citrusy. The suede or leather, you can feel its soft, calm, refined, and airy presence throughout the wear. There's saffron adding depth and character to the fragrance. And when I say aquatic or ozonic, I don't mean it smells full on aquatic or beachy. It's not that kind of fragrance. It's just that it has that seaside air kind of feel to it in the background. It's an intoxicating, intense, and yet soft, airy, spicy, well blended, smooth, and well balanced fragrance with no rough edges. It's classed as unisex, but for me, it definitely leans beautifully to the masculine side a little bit more. It would smell more sexy and intoxicating on a man than a woman, in my opinion. Powerhouse performance lasts through the entire day, projects beautifully with an intoxicating sillage, creates this super sexy, super sensual scent cloud around you. The sillage here is a lot bigger than the actual projection. Feels super high quality, rich, refined, sophisticated, elegant, very unique, very upscale. It's an absolute must try. It's a versatile fragrance suitable for any kind of social situation, work, night out, brunch, date night. It's great for all occasions, and it may sound as if it's only suitable for spring and summer months because of the mineral and ozonic aquatic notes, but in my opinion it's suitable to wear in any season thanks to its intense and yet airy feel. It's not a safe blind buy. I recommend sampling it before buying a full bottle. It's timeless, it's luxurious, and it's a fantastic fragrance, and it's signature scent worthy. Absolutely, absolutely worth getting your nose on. It's incredible. I love it. This is Ganymede by Marc-Antoine Barrois. Next up, I have Dior Sauvage Elixir. This scent is sensual, period. That's what it is. If you love the original Dior Sauvage, this is the sexier, bolder, older brother to it who has this constant dark and seductive and powerful, lavish aura around him. He's a kind of person who knows what he wants and knows how to get it. Dior Sauvage is great. Everyone loves it. It's one of the most popular and mass appealing fragrances of modern times. Sauvage, Sauvage Elixir, however, is something that's been amped up a notch. It's got the freshness of Sauvage in the opening with the grapefruit, and then it's got this super intoxicating heart of spices and the most masculine, the most manly lavender. Lavender tends to lean towards masculine side anyway, mostly, but this here is the epitome of manliness. It's a blend of fresh spices and warm spices with nutmeg, cardamom, licorice, sandalwood, amber, patchouli, vetiver. It's warm and it's soft. It's creamy, it's ambery, and it's woody. It's not like every other fragrance out there. It's a potent and long-lasting composition with an excellent projection. It's perfect for colder months, but I think it can be worn anytime during the year. If you find it a bit too strong in warmer months, maybe limit the use to spring and summer evening. The compliment magnet, especially from women, it leaves the most wonderful, the most seductive, and the most captivating trail. If you like fresh and spicy, this is your answer. This thing gets you noticed. It's smooth and it's rich, it's provocative. It's your perfect date night companion, besides your actual date companion. It's deep and it's intense and it's dense. I'm actually obsessed with it, and I'm gonna move on now. This is Dior Sauvage Elixir. So next up I have Wulong Cha by Nishane. So Wulong Cha is a sparkling, fresh, clean, citrusy, lemony, aromatic green fragrance with fresh spiciness and an aromatic tea accord and musk. It's a sweet, aromatic, musky tea scent that lingers on beautifully throughout the wear. I'm not into lemony scents, but this one here is done so beautifully. This is such a strong and beautiful blend of bergamot, mandarin orange, and orange. And the lemon note is probably coming from the Listi. Listi has this lemony aroma and is widely used in cosmetics and perfumery to create more complex citrus fragrances. For me, the magic happens in the dry down. The dry down for me is doing wonders. It's hard to explain. As it dries down, the bright, fresh vibe is still at the forefront, but is smoothly transitioning into this calming, this soothing direction with the tea note. And in addition to that, the fig in the base is bringing this sweet and fruity facet to the scent. The freshness is still carrying on, but there's more depth and more complexity in the dry down. And there's this very faintly sweet but comforting, complex, and pleasant plasticky, smooth feel to it. There's this smell to it which I'm totally on board with. It's a pleasant, impressive, uplifting, green and strong blend. I wouldn't call it challenging in any way, but it may not be a mass appealing scent profile, so I recommend testing it on skin first and giving it a full wear test. The performance here is really good, 8 plus hours longevity with moderate projection. It's beautiful. It's Wulong Cha by Nishane. So the next on the list is Valentino UOMO Born in Roma Intense. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right. I'm sorry. Um, it's not. This one is not the most unique scent profile, but it's a good scent because it's an easy scent to grab on a day-to-day basis. It's such a beautiful release by Valentino. It's sweet, aromatic, fresh, a little powdery, a little spicy, a little earthy, and beautifully ambery and vanillic. It's a beautifully masculine, sweet, and creamy vanilla with some citrus, some zesty ginger, and some spicy notes, blended perfectly with aromatic lavender and slightly earthy, woody, and smoky, and very slightly leathery vetiver in the base. It's a blend of freshness and sensuality. It's an easy to grab scent that's super versatile, super mass appealing, and perfect for all seasons and for almost for all kinds of social scenarios. Good for office wear, casual wear, date night. I don't recommend blind buy anything, but this to me is quite a safe and successful blind buy to many for many people. If you don't like when you first smell it, you need to give this fragrance another chance and give it a full wear test to see if you change your mind. And while it may not be the most unique style of scent, it's different enough to have in your designer collection. It's super seductive, it's super masculine, excellent longevity for a designer, lasts all day, 8 plus hours, maybe more sometimes, projects beautifully and leaves a sexy trail. Perfect for spring and summer. This is Valentino Uomo, Born in Roma, Intense. The next one is Layton by Parfums de Marly. This one here is a big crowd pleaser in most situations. It opens fruity fresh and aromatic with apple, bergamot, and lavender. Then there's this floral component to bring it all together in an encapsulated and enveloping way to make it more smooth and endearing. There's cardamom adding a bit of sexy edge to it, and then there's this perfect base of vanilla, pepper, gaiac wood, and patchouli to give you that sweet, woody, long-lasting, enjoyable experience all day. It's an alluring, aromatic, woody scent with delicious fruity and vanillic undertones. I have to be honest though, it's probably a bit overhyped, but it's overhyped for a reason. Even though it's not a unique or a particularly groundbreaking scent profile, but it's a beautiful scent, and the reason this is an excellent fragrance is because it's got a bit of everything you would want in a crowd pleasing and yet not generic, but a high quality, well blended, well balanced, and well crafted masculine fragrance. It's fruity, it's fresh, and yet warm spicy, fresh spicy. It's aromatic with a little powdery touches. It's woody and it's vanillic. You can wear this all day, any day, morning, evening, date night, work, special event. Works well during the warmer months. Maybe not a good idea to wear on a very hot summer day, but summer evenings works even better during the colder months. Yes, there are more better smelling, more distinguished, and more creative fragrances out there in the niche world, but this one just does the job in a less challenging way, if you will. It's a pleasant scent, and it keeps getting better or more inviting throughout the wear, from the opening to the dry down, especially when the vanilla kicks in. That vanilla cardamom combo is sexy. Excellent longevity and projects heavily. This is Layton by Parfums de Marly. So the next one on the list is Cedrat Boise by Mancera. So this one has this fresh, citrusy, fruity opening with a bit of spiciness. This jasmine in the heart that brings this softness to the fragrance, and the patchouli together with the jasmine grounds the zingy, citrusy side of the scent to a soft roundedness. There's not much patchouli here though. It's citrusy, sweet, and fruity with a background of woods with some musk and vanilla. There's leather note here, which is not loud. You have to kind of look for it. When it comes to performance, the longevity here is incredible, and it's a beautifully projecting fragrance. The downside to this, however, is that you can easily go nose blind to it. So if you just stop smelling it on yourself sometime during the wear, there's a big chance that you have gone nose blind to it, even though it's still there and people can still smell it off of you. I find this to be very unisex. Anyone, any age, any sex kind of fragrance. Unisex may be leaning a little masculine, but skin chemistry plays a major role here. It can smell fruity or even vanillic on one person and very woody on another. But all in all, it's a solid fragrance, which, in my opinion, is very adaptable for any climate or any weather. So it doesn't matter you live in a hot weather country or a cold weather country, this fragrance is capable of cutting through the heat as well as the chill and perform. Crowd pleaser, easy grab, versatile. You can wear it dressed up, dressed down, date, night, brunch, gym, beach, you name it. Any sort of situation you're in, this will not fail you. So it's Cedrat Boise by Mancera. So the next one I have is 40 by Xerjoff. It's from Xerjoff's Join the Club collection. So the notes are not listed, but this is one of the most unique scents in my collection. It's such an incredibly refreshing green aromatic fragrance with salty marine notes blended to perfection. It feels high quality, smells rich, and draws compliments. It's a fantastic, vibrant fragrance, but not a safe blind buy. You must sample it first, but if you do like it, it'll be hard for you to let go of it. I have to be honest though, the performance could be better. The longevity is not great. It lasts about 5 hours on my skin with a moderate projection, but beautiful scent for spring and summer. It's 40 Notes by Xerjoff. So the next one on the list is Hacivat by Nishane. This one again I've spoken about in detail in my previous top men's fragrances video, so I won't go in detail. If you're interested in the more detailed viewpoint, please go and watch that video. I'll link it in the description box below. It's a citrusy, fresh, fruity, woody fragrance with bergamot, pineapple, grapefruit, jasmine, patchouli, cedarwood, oak moss, timberwood. It's a refined and refreshing and mood-boosting scent which is blended to perfection in my opinion. It opens bright and fresh with prominent notes of pineapple, bergamot, and grapefruit. A big crowd pleaser, but does not smell generic by any means. It smells every bit like a high-quality niche fragrance. It's a very pleasant, long-lasting scent that lingers on hours after you first spray on your skin. The performance here is fantastic. Excellent longevity and a beastly projection with a gorgeous sillage. Beautiful trail with this one. Super versatile. You can wear it any day, every day. You can wear it to work or to a formal event. It's perfect for all seasons and especially in the months of spring and summer. Super fresh, super strong, super potent. Nishane Hacivat. People have compared this to Aventus by Creed, and they may give off the similar vibe in the opening, but that's about it. Then they venture into totally different directions. And since we are talking about the much hyped Creed Aventus, let's include that in this list as well. Next fragrance is Aventus by Creed. So to start with, let's put aside the notion that this has been reformulated or watered down over the years and that there's no consistency between the different batches, and focus on the fact that this one here is one heck of a fragrance that deserves all the hype it gets and is surely a fragrance that needs checking out. This is a confident, powerful, and signature scent worthy fragrance for anyone who wants to leave an impression. It's contemporary and yet has become somewhat of an icon or classic for niche and distinctive fragrance lovers. It's a blend of sparkling, juicy pineapple, bergamot, blackcurrant, apple, pink pepper, jasmine, patchouli, cedar, birch. There's oak moss and ambroxan in there as well, and there's musk. The pink pepper is adding a touch of warmth. This juiciness, the juiciness of the fruits is masterfully balanced with cedar and birch, adding a touch of this dry, woody smokiness and that alluring dark complexity to the otherwise bright and vibrant scent. The quality and craftsmanship is top notch and unique in its own right and has been a cause of this massive and manic crusade of inspired cloning. It's a bold, sexy, and enticing fragrance. It's a fragrance for a man who knows what he wants and has his eyes on his target. It's bright and yet seductively dark and mysterious. It's a well done scent that garners compliments from women. I personally love Aventus on a man. Performance, sadly, is largely an object of batch variations. This one here is a moderate performer in comparison to the very old batch I had long time back, which was smokier, beefier, and beastlier in performance. But for what it's worth, the performance isn't actually all that bad. It lasts a decent amount of time and projects nicely, plus still creates this intoxicating scent cloud, so I'm not complaining. It's an iconic scent with a lot going for it, pleasant and inoffensive with a bright opening and a smooth transition to a sophisticated dry down. Year-round versatility, no age barrier, suitable for any kind of social or work situation, excellent for a date night and perfect for any weather and any season. Whether it's the same or different from the older batches, it's still Creed Aventus. So I think that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it to be useful. Let me know if any of your favorites were on this list or any of these are on your wish list, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.